That's Andre.
No.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Ron Brown, LMT, the People Fitness Professional, alongside my co-host
Mikey Fever.
And we got the fam in the building today. The fam Tuesday night hip hop. The hip hop segment. We always do this every Tuesday night, 8:15. Thank y'all for showing up. Before we go into it, let's drop that intro. Yo, what's going on, y'all, man? We got a lot to talk about tonight, man. A lot going on with the with the Diddy, and let's talk about Diddy, man. Let's take him from the 90s all the way to now, man. His fall from grace, P. Diddy. What y'all think about Diddy? Let's go into it, man. I want to get y'all thoughts on it.
Yo, before I say anything, I want to say it's good to see Clip on 125th Street. It's good to see.
Word, man.
It's good to see Clip in front of the Apollo. You look good, Daddy. Yo, you look good, Daddy. Yo.
Yeah, I don't hear the Hebrew Israelites in the background going off, man.
Yeah, they ain't out there.
Victory Doc. Who broke Grandpa?
They ain't out there dressed like beasts from Last Dragon.
Right.
Read.
Yeah, yo, man. Yeah, that is dope though. And but you got on the Snoop Dogg hat though. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, because East West Coast love.
Okay.
That man got an answer for everything.
and what's up with what's that? The Marlins hat, Shawnee?
Mavericks.
Mavericks.
See, you know, I don't know nothing about sports.
That's the classic Mavericks logo too.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's a throwback joint. You know how we do.
What's going on, Trav?
Same old, man. Sitting here chilling. You know, ready to get into it. Pause.
Trev started early.
Yo, you going off, bro?
Hey, Mikey, he started early.
He started early in the pause. Get into it.
Yo, hold on 1 second. Yo, people was like, yo, you use too much sound effects. Like, I don't think.
So what?
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I do, but yeah, all right.
I don't think we use enough.
Right.
No.
Yeah. I like noise.
Rewind selector.
Right on, yo.
Yeah, but let's get into this Diddy situation. I mean, you know, the man started as a backup. You know, the man started as a backup dancer. You know, first he was a backup dancer in what's homegirl name?
Forgot.
Light skin girl from DC. She did a record with Johnny Gill back in the day. Let me be your angel.
Video.
Let me be your angel. Shorty. What's her name? I'm trying to think of her name off the top, but that's where he started his career as a backup dancer for her in her video.
Oh no.
Not Paula Abdul.
No.
No.
Never. I thought it was for me. I thought it was I'll be sure. I forgot about that girl that you talking about.
Stacey Lattisaw. That's her name. Stacey Lattisaw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's when he had the jerry curl with the flat, the fade.
Yeah. When he had the little gray little patch in his hair. That's why they called him Puff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I heard the reason why they call him Puff because of his he was always getting angry, so he would puff up like.
Nah, he had a gray patch in his head.
Okay. Oh, now I see the video now. Let me be. No, it says what you need.
Yeah, what you need. But the girl, Stacey Lattisaw, she's known for that. Let me be your angel record.
Yeah.
Yo, man, to talk about this Puffy thing, man. Like, I know we're gonna go into his whole life, man. But you know, when I was thinking about Puffy, I was thinking about like when I first saw Puffy. I saw Puffy on the Super Cat, Dolly. What's the name of the song? Dolly My Baby.
That's when
Super Cat and Big, right?
He had the baldy. That's when he had the baldy.
Yeah.
Right. And then he had that crazy voice that where he was trying to sound like Onyx.
Yeah.
And
that's when being Jamaican was cool. That's when you know what I'm saying. That He tried to pull up with the Rastafarian voice.
He was on
and
that
all
knock,
to bring
knock.
the people.
Who's that? Puff Daddy Hop.
Yo, remember that? Hops? Chill Hops. Yo, that was New York crazy. Yo, to see Puffy go through this right now, man, it's just like, damn, man, like my whole life kind of flash before me. Like I'm thinking about that video, what was going on in that video. Rest in peace to my sister Deshawn. She was alive at that time. And my sister Deshawn, she was putting me on to all the music back then, you know what I mean? And whatever she was watching, I was watching, and she was definitely ringing that Super Cat joint off a lot, and I don't know about y'all, man, but the times in my life that all the times in my life, not all of them, but a lot of the times in my early life, I would see Puffy face pause. You know what I'm saying? Like the music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like Dolly My Baby, that was what, 92, 91?
94, 93, 94.
Was he still on Uptown at that time?
Dolly My Baby was 92. That might have been 92, 94. I mean, 92, 93.
Right?
92, 93. That's when I was in IS 185, hanging out with those dudes from Grant. Like those crazy guys.
The Grant cats, man.
Crazy Grant people. You know what I mean? And then what happened? 95. That's when he really popped off, right?
No, Biggie popped in 94.
94. Damn, so that was kind of quick then.
No, we gotta back because
but what about Total? Because like, what about them summers? Like,
no.
I've been holding this summer down for a minute.
We got to talk about
City College.
City College, yeah. City College,
yeah.
The whole City College when he was like first of all, we got to go back to DC when he was
Howard homecoming, the homecoming concerts.
He was like the party promoter king. Matter of fact, it was him and who was his arch nemesis? Cole from Martin used to go to Howard. At the same time Puff went, and he used to throw parties as well.
I'm glad you said that, Trev, because like it's like all flashbacks for me. Cole from Martin used to be in Colonial Projects from time to time.
Yep.
Is Cole from Colonial?
No.
Cockroach?
Yeah,
no.
Cockroach.
He's not from Colonial, but he's affiliated with a lot of Harlem people.
Okay, because I used to see him in the projects every now and again. So yeah.
So where Cole from? Where he from?
He's from Manhattan, but he ain't from Harlem. You know what I mean? Like he from a little bit down, past the hundreds.
Got you.
Okay.
He what is he? Upper West Side child?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really.
Back to Upper West Side. No, I ain't gonna hate on Cole. I can't hate on him.
No, I'm messing with him.
Dude, I can't hate on that man at all.
No, but listen, like with Puff with the parties, it really started once he got to Howard, because his Howard days turned into the intern with Uptown with Andre Harrell. So when you think about Puff, you got to start there because his career actually started in college.
Which is basically late 80s, right?
And why?
It was late 80s, right? In college?
Like 88, 89, 90. Remember, he was the one that was dressing like Jodeci before Jodeci.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he always had, if you think about it, Puff always has sort of like a black cloud when it comes to the industry around him. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he put that when he got in front of them cameras. You know what I'm saying? The City College thing that happened with the whole incident, I think, was it a shooting or something?
Stampede took place.
Stampede. I know somebody that was there.
Right. So I don't know what caused it, but I know that was like a black cloud over him. And that was like the beginning of his career because he was still trying to move into, I guess, the music industry. And that was his claim to, to promote parties. And unfortunately, he had that incident at City College. That's what kind of gave him a bigger name after Howard.
Yeah. And then he did the situation. He was basically assisting Jodeci and Mary J and Father MC and all of them on Uptown. So
right.
Oh my God, Father MC, man, damn, you brought it back, bro.
a lot of people don't know that Andre Harrell is part of Jekyll and Hyde.
Exactly.
Like so, if you know about Jekyll and Hyde, they was on a hip hop classic back in the 80s. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of history there that people don't know. But yeah, speaking of Puff, he made his bones in at Uptown, and that's where he got once he got too big headed in Uptown. Pause. And they had to let him go, and then he was able to secure a deal with Arista for Bad Boy.
I think if I'm not mistaken, Uptown gave him money to start Bad Boy.
No,
Arista
gave him money.
Oh, well, I know Andre Harrell was the one who like, nah, I can't deal with you and your personality, this ego, so you got to go.
Yeah,
but
basically.
that was mentor because Puff was probably like 19, 20 years old, being Puff Daddy. What we see to be Puff Daddy now, which led him into jail where he's at.
But I've got to give him the respect because when he was an intern at Uptown, he was still in college, so he was traveling back and forth every day.
Yeah. Right.
Howard in New York City. So you got his hustle was undeniable. You can't deny it.
No, you can't. He paid attention. He absorbed game from everyone.
He sure did.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think with Puff, just the lights got too bright for him. And as even us as kids, we think money is going to be the savior and we could do whatever we want when we get a certain amount of money. And I think Puff really took that shit to heart and was like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And he really thought that because, I think a lot of times black people think that we are invincible when we get a certain amount of money, when we get a certain amount. Like,
no, Europeans do the same thing too, man.
I think that's just people because Epstein got caught up in the same wave too. So that's just people.
No, but serious. But when it comes to us, the melanated people, it's a different type of casualty when we get caught up.
You give a black man $100,000, they think they God.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So imagine you being a black billionaire from the ghetto. You think nothing can stop you.
From Mount Vernon.
Is he really from Mount Vernon or is he from Harlem?
He's from Mount Vernon.
He's from Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon. He moved to Mount Vernon at the age of 4. He's from Mount Vernon, B.
Mount Vernon.
Yeah, and
Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon is the ghetto, yo. I don't care. Mount Vernon ain't no.
I'm just tired of everybody associating him with Harlem. Nah, he's from Mount Vernon, B.
Yo, because you know, with him and Alpo, right now we ain't looking too good. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't from the east side.
Somebody.
Yeah, Alpo from the east side. I'm from the west side.
From the west side.
Hey, yo, listen. Alpo did what he did, but Alpo is like one of the reasons why people wear what they wear.
Which?
I'm gonna say Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan was on the west side. Dapper Dan was on the west side. Because when everybody know that. Dapper Dan on the west side.
Alpo was Dapper Dan's like mannequin for the street.
Man, listen. No disrespect to the east side. I got my homies on the east side. I love them. I just always joke with them. West side, we got it, B. We got it, fam.
It's a West Side thing. Yeah, it is a West Side world. It is a West Side world.
It's a West Side.
But it's crazy though, right? Because it's like all of that, right? And then it's crazy how you brought up the fact that he came up from being a backup dancer, broke his way from that into backup dancing and so on and so forth. But it's like, yo, it seems to me like it was a lot of people around that time who broke their way into the industry through background dancing and found their little ways, and like that was just like
pay the dues.
Yeah, that was an open door at that time, and to see how far he was able to walk in the room, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of devastating things that he's done, right? Okay, but just to see from the standpoint of production or the standpoint of achievement, grind and sacrifice and having the ability to make cold-hearted decisions. I mean, yo, that man went far, yo. And the one thing I really respected, and you know, yo, he came to Central Park, yo, and like he came to like I don't know if people want to see it like how I see it, right? He came to Central Park in his last day and just sat, you know, he sat there. And a lot of people was like, oh, he came, he sat amongst the people, he sat amongst the New Yorkers. And no, I don't see it like that, man. I see it like somebody who came from Mount Vernon, which is the ghetto, and it is a super ghetto. People don't respect it for the super ghetto that it is. It's a super ghetto. And he spent his last days where the shanty town was, bro. I don't think people see that.
Nah,
spent his
Seneca
last
Village.
Shawnee, hold on, Shawnee.
Come on, Seneca Village.
Yo, hold on, yo.
Spent his last days where the shanty was, man.
Yo,
that's where he spent his last days. And I just thought that was, I was talking to my wife about that, who's my best friend. I was talking to my wife about that. And it's like, I just thought that was one of the biggest New York things you can do. Like just swinging your power. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Mikey, because that hit me hard, man.
I said take.
When I saw him in Central Park sitting down like that, I said, yo, bro, that's kind of deep, because from me, what I do, like when I go to Central Park every now and again, where I just want to just chill, you know, especially in the summertime, where you just want to chill, get some sun, just sit back and just clear your mind. You sit right there. So I was like, damn, he's probably doing the same thing, reflecting. You know what I mean?
All that baby oil, all that. You know what I'm saying?
All that wasted money.
What was I doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we're gonna get to the baby oil.
All that lube.
Here's my thing about this whole situation, all right? Here's my thing about this whole situation. And I want to keep it all the way a buck. What is he really indicted for?
Sex trafficking and racketeering.
What person did they show proof of that he was sex trafficking?
Because you know, unless he was trafficking minors across straight line, that's a man act. And you know, let's be real.
No,
we joke about the Diddy situation, right? But every adult on those tapes that attended the parties were consenting adults. The thing I don't like is the drugging of individuals. That right there is wild.
No, I'm not too positive individuals got drugged though. Like, see, that's the thing, right? Because I'm glad Clip brought that up, right? Because Phase on Love, I'm sorry, Trev. I apologize, Trev.
No, go ahead.
Phase on Love said, thank you. Phase on Love said something to the effect of, yo, being freaky ain't illegal. And it's like, yo, that's true, right? And then it's like, okay, everything that they presenting is always about these freak offs, right? But you're not telling me about the child molestation charges. You're not telling me about the sex trafficking charge. You're not talking about this. You're talking about the freak off. That's your main, that's the main thing here, right? But my thing is that leaves so many doors open for him to walk out of. Like, it does. It leaves a lot of doors open. Oh, the unconsented taping of people, and yo, my man, I got a estate. You know, I got cameras in every room. Like, there's things here. Like, there's things here, bro, that if you look at it long enough, you're gonna be like, that ain't gonna hold, that ain't gonna hold, that ain't gonna hold. Like you were saying, Fever, it's a lot of consenting adults that's involved in this situation. It's a lot of people that's going to get embarrassed. Yes. Yeah. And I really think it's just about shaking up certain people, because think about it like this. How many of you people think America is really ready to look up at the stars and see monsters? How many people in America you think is ready for that?
None.
But let me say this
exactly.
Though. When you look at when you look at the Mann Act, that law was put in place, I think, 1918 or 1913, right? Because of Joe Johnson, because he took his white wife or fiance at the time from one state to another, right? That's where the Mann Act came in at, just because of Jack Johnson. Now, you got to look at who
that wasn't sex trafficking, no.
No, they made it.
They considered it sex trafficking because it was a black man with a white woman.
Exactly.
Right, but that was that charge. But that I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But that's
from that. Basically, it was birthed from that.
That's what they labeled it as, sex trafficking, because they didn't want this white woman with that black man. Period. That's where that law came from. Right. Now, when you look at Epstein, right? Epstein was just probably one of the whites that they snatched up, just like Weinstein, right? They snatch him. They snatch up very few, but when it comes to us, the law is totally different. Because when you look at Hugh Hefner, everybody wanted to go to Playboy Mansion. Hugh Hefner been wearing what you call that? A smoking jacket and pajamas, smoking shoe for his whole life, and had a party every day in that mansion with underage women, taking pictures. There's a ceiling fan with just panties and bra just swinging all around.
He was about to get charged though too, but he just died before it happened.
But look,
They was coming for him though.
Yeah, but look how long it took him. He was damn near 90 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then prior to them coming for him, they see. I think probably placating to your point with this too. Cool is that might have been his job. That you know, this whole thing that they're saying Puff did, that might have been a huge job at the time. And then I remember them talking about, oh, they was gonna expose, you know, homosexual videos of him and so on and so forth. I guess he got back in line.
Well,
I guess he got back in line.
The industry is just full of homosexuals, period. The world is full of homosexuals. But
there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that at that point in time, at that point in time, it was like one of those cards that, you know, this could end your career. Like, it's not, that card doesn't play that hefty anymore. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, for Hugh, being his whole reputation being built around being a sex symbol, like, that would have destroyed everything. You know, so I think it depends on think it depends on who your friends are. I think it depends on who your friends are, and it depends on who you getting checks from. That's what I think it depends on. But then when it's time for it to fall down, when the house of cards got to fall down, somebody got to be the table. That's just it.
Let's not forget Brooke Shields was on Playboy, I believe, when she was 11, something like that. Who was it? It was a Brooke Shields, and Elvis was rocking the cradle as well with his first wife.
Exactly.
Right.
When you look at a black man that's successful and has made this money, first of all, you got to also look at who's behind him. Pause. Because Puff is a...
Hey, yo, Clip tried. So, that was good effort, Clip. Good effort.
We gotta focus.
You gotta pay attention to who Puff is partnered with as far as these businesses goes. A lot of times we be looking at these businesses and they be like, oh, black owned, black owned, black owned. It's never black owned. It's normally black faced. You know what I'm saying? We're just literally the face of the company, and we're trying to get it for it to be ours. You know what I'm saying? So he has Diageo, the liquor. You know, he's not making liquor. That's not what he does. He's just the face of Ciroc and
brand ambassador,
marketing promotion.
You know what I'm saying? Because when they give you money, they able to take it from you. You didn't.
But what percentage of Ciroc did Puff end up with though? Because Puff ended
not a
up
lot.
What percentage was that?
I don't remember the percentage, but it wasn't a lot because he didn't own anything.
Yeah, just a brand ambassador.
He ended up with a decent percentage of that though.
That's why he was trying to do that low, because he was like, "Yo, I did all this work. I made this brand pop. We wouldn't have been thinking about drinking Ciroc if Puff ain't do all that promotion. Not our community."
Yo, but, real quick, man, I wanted to take it from, as we say, knowledge to born, right? So, like, take it from the bottom and then bring it to the top, right?
Whoa,
come on, man. so we started off in the 90s where he was dancing. you know, that was good clip when you said that he started off in a video dancing for I forgot the sister's name.
Stacey
Um,
Lattisaw.
okay, and then we went to Biggie came out 94, 95, Craig Mack, Big Mac, that whole thing. And then he had a conflict with Craig Mack or something like that, where then now, you know, he and Craig Mack, they had a falling out. Okay. And then he did what he did with Biggie. Biggie died. After Biggie died, then he went into then what?
The Mason Locks era.
Oh, the Mason Locks era. So Mason Locks. Mason Locks.
Mason Lock and then
don't forget Paul Thomas and Black Rob and don't
all of them. Yeah,
and then for that other minute where they ain't really have nothing really moving, and he had the Hood Fellas. Remember the Hood Fellas?
The Hood Fellas. Yeah, I remember
the Hood Fellas, because those are the dudes that used to write for him at the time, and then he had them running on the radio for a second when Bad Boy was trying to get it back together, start to get back hot, you know, in between records is what I'm talking about. So yo, it's amazing how many summers he dominated, man. Like when I think about the good times of my life, Bad Boy is associated with every
a lot of summers, yo. I remember Newkirk. Listen, I'm from Flatbush in Newkirk, man. East 22nd. Shout out to 2 First, 2 Third. It was a Bad Boy summer every year for us, man.
Every year,
every block party. What? Yeah. And let's not forget, Craig Mack had
he had a 10-year run.
Flavor in your ear.
Yeah,
really
that's
popped
wild.
off. Yo.
Oh yeah, Flavor in your ear.
About his Bad Boy, he had about a 10 to 12 year run with just Bad Boy. Because even after that era, he was cooking with Loon and G Avenue.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I ain't want that. Tell me how you want that.
Yeah. Loon is another one with the pen.
12.
He snatched, and then he snatched French.
Yeah.
They had a run with French.
That was like the early 2000s, right? No.
Mid
2000s. By himself.
2000.
Because Puff had a run just by himself and was just say, yo, the label is me and I'm going to just rock.
Right. Remember, you can hate me.
Hell Up in Harlem. Press Play.
All of that was Mason's pen. A lot of that was Mason's pen. Huh?
A lot of that was who?
Mason's pen.
He had Train to Paris. Remember that album?
Yeah. Last
Year G Dep wrote that album.
Last Train to Paris.
It was tough too.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, Last Train to Paris was that has things on it.
His second album flopped too. His second album was a flop.
It went platinum. It ain't flop. He made his money right back. It ain't flop.
He did with one. No,
yeah, that was
G. That joint with Hurricane G. That's Press Play. That's Press Play.
It wasn't bad when you go back and listen to it, B. That joint had some joints on there. He had the joint with the Pied Piper, Pause, R. Kelly. He don't understand you like I do.
That album has some
things. Go back and listen to it.
Exactly.
Now, the Continues was dope.
I guess you mean in comparison to Hell Up in Harlem, because Hell Up in Harlem is a whole different. That's a whole different feel.
Hell Up in Harlem is the other title for
No Way Out. Hey, yo, Clip, I knew you was gonna get me. Yeah, No Way Out.
No, that's the original. The original title for No Way Out.
Harlem it's the original title. Hell Up in Harlem.
No Way Out. That was a hot album.
I met Uptown on Dykeman. I ain't then. That track right there alone was crazy.
With business, yo, nah, chill. Yo, I played that tape. I'm talking about so much. The second day I got it, it popped. That's how much we talk about tapes. First things first. So when we bring that up, right? When we start saying that, yo, we talking about tapes, then we got to say he survived tapes, the CDs, to the downloads. Say he survived this game, man.
Got a 30-year run.
When was Puffy not popping? Like what era?
The 80s. It's the only era he wasn't popping.
That was the only era.
Nah, there's a time period where he tried to run south, and I think them South
MJG.
Boys, I think they ran back. With the Jeezy move, with the Boys in the Hood move, like Yeah, with the whole Boys in the Hood
Young
movement.
Jock.
Right. There was a time where he was trying to go down south. But come on now, like at the end of the day, them dudes down south think so fast. They may move slow. That's because they think super quick. And you're not gonna just beat their brain, and you're not gonna out gangster them in their own town. So I think that's why Bad Boy South folded. Where's Bad Boy? What happened with Bad Boy South? How many artists came off Bad Boy South?
Young Jock, Boys in the Hood,
and Jeezy.
What was the singer name? He had a singer down from down there too.
Oh, what's the dude named Black? What Gorilla joint?
Gorilla Black.
He never signed Gorilla Black.
He couldn't have signed Gorilla Black because Gorilla Black wasn't Jack and Big. He was on that.
It was another person that he was buying wild, crazy jewelry with the gorilla shit in it. He was down with Young Jock and that whole.
Oh, you talking about? Trunk steady popping, beat steady, not the chain got your hook because I'm a hood. Oh, that's my man. He was fire. He was dope to me.
He was part of Jock's camp, but Jock's management and Bad Boy collaborated and signed Jock and
Gorilla Zoe.
What's his name? Gorilla Zoe. Oh, then I got it.
Yeah, but I remember he had like 2 hit songs, and then I think what helped him with the South was Jeezy, because Jeezy had the Bad Boy group.
Salute to the chat.
Right?
Yeah, Gorilla Zoe. Yeah, Gorilla Zoe was on Bad Boy South.
Right. Jeezy had he killed him because when he did the South thing, he did the Bad Boy South and Def Jam South because he had 2 contracts at the same time. He had the group.
You talking about Jeezy?
The Def Jam and
yeah. So that's how
I think Jeezy had a few deals on the table at that time.
Exactly, and then Puff, he was just linked in with the streets because him and Meech was like real close too at the time.
No, I thought they was beefing because of Wolf.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It wasn't beefing. It was I think they rectified that. It was more or less Wolf and Meech was beefing over some chick.
Yeah, but Wolf was Puff right hand man at one point in time.
Yeah.
He was just a bodyguard though. And you know how Puff.
Yeah,
Puff
but your bodyguard gotta be your right hand man. He gotta put his life on the line.
I trust you with my life. Yeah,
I gotta trust you with my life. That's my right hand man. I can't trust you with a check.
And Wolf got business.
Yo, check this out. Some history though, some Bronx history. I didn't know Wolf was from the Valley in the Bronx.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Oh yeah, them Valley kids. Oh my
God.
No, bro. I went to school in Truman. That shit was real.
Word up. Shout outs to Hafen Park. Shout outs to everybody who still be up in Hafen Park. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Keaton Wall. Shout out to all the kids in 111. Shout out to the kids in 112. Shout out to the kids in John Phillips. Shout out to the kids in Baychester. Word up.
Hold on, this is crazy. Am I the only Brooklyn cat on here, man? Everybody from Uptown.
Yeah,
I'm only Brooklyn. See what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm not even from. See, I'm from Brooklyn, but I tell you, I'm from Newkirk.
The Brooklyn cat signed a Bad Boy.
Of course, and we robbed y'all. What? You know what I'm saying? We still got Hove. It's the Rock, baby,
from Brooklyn too. So you good?
You said?
He died.
Nah. Hove is about to get caught up into that whole Diddy debacle.
Hove is rapping like an Uptown. Don't get it twisted.
That's because he
rapping like Uptown.
Yeah, like who? Oh, Camp Low. You talking about Camp Low?
No, I'm talking about Hove.
Yeah, he copied Camp Low style.
He copied Uptowns and all that. That's a Harlem thing, B.
I don't know if he
got shine.
Remember, his own mouth. I'm the twin brother of Rich Porter. Why you ain't the twin brother of Calvin Klein?
Exactly.
Yo, because he had did business with Calvin Klein. He did business with Calvin Klein. He needed to keep that low.
They're not from Flatbush. There's a difference.
Yeah, Calvin started talking about that after Calvin came home, and Calvin started talking about the connection that him and Sean got. So he probably didn't want to talk about that at that time. Like,
they're not from Flatbush. There's a difference.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, it's like that in every borough, right? Because you seen Harlem was saying it. You know, that's an East Side thing. You seen how you see Harlem split that. Like, nah, and we do that in the Bronx too. Like, yo, nah, that's
But
a
you're not from
East
Newkirk.
Side
If
thing
you're
or a
not from
West Side
Newkirk, you
or
won't
a
understand.
North Bronx thing. Like, if a South Bronx thing, like, yeah, nah, we break it up though.
Yeah.
But back to Puff, right?
Let's go into the now. Clip, you said I was just doing the knowledge and just sitting back and just observing or whatever. But you were saying you know what did he get indicted on, right? And where's the proof of this stuff? Now, one thing, right, that they did find that they can pin him to is them goddamn AR-15s with the serial number scratched out.
That ain't not depending on what house they caught him in, depending on the state. That's a light charge. That ain't Fed time for him.
I think they found him in New York.
Nah, they ain't raided New York house.
Nah,
I think Miami.
Yo, they found those in Miami. They raided this crib in Miami.
He's beating that.
Oh, really?
You're in the southern state. That's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. Only thing if it's not registered, so there.
How much time you think Puff gonna get?
15.
You think he gonna do 15?
5 on good behavior.
Ooh, God.
This is what Puff. Yo, all right. Let's take it back to OJ Simpson real quick. Remember when OJ
not guilty?
Right. Remember when OJ beat the first trial? Right. OJ didn't go to jail for the He went to jail for, I think, robbery.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, he got set up.
Went to jail because he beat the first case.
Yeah.
So they just give him that. What's going to happen with Puff is they're going to give him time because they're going to add time just because he thought he could get away with it. He thought he was too big. He thought that you can't. He got so much money that he's invincible. That's what he's going to do time for, just being black and rich.
He's going to get time, but here's the thing. He's shelling out a lot of bread. And once he shell out that bread going to reduce his time.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't think. Bro, listen, until they start dropping real, until they start talking about what's real, bro, I don't see him getting super cooked. Like until they start talking about what's real, like Clip said, bro, there's just too many windows, man. It's a lot of see, here's the thing, right? You think somebody who got that much money don't got lawyers telling him when he make a move, I got this going on, I got that going. He make a move, I'm pretty sure he run it by somebody. Nah. Come on, nah. Come on, a dude who been. We talking about a paperwork gangster. This is what Jada called him live on Hot 97. He said, nah, he is a paperwork gangster, and that was in the early 2000s. So this is 2024. I'm pretty sure he's learned a loophole or two, a little this, a little that. When you dealing with certain people, you gotta have certain backings. I know criminals out here who have lawyers on deck, and before they make a move, they hit a phone. It don't necessarily deter them from making the move, but they're aware of what they can do if they get caught after doing the move.
Yeah, but he's dealing with the feds, though. That's the crazy.
Yeah. No, I understand all of that. I understand all of that.
Listen, it's not easy to beat the feds, but the feds have been beaten. So we gotta say that too. Like, and you talking about a man where what they trying to do, this is what they trying to do. They trying to hold him to exhaust his resources and his money before they finalize this trial. Because that's what they do. Right?
But you don't think Puff was ready for stuff like this?
Yeah, of course he was ready. They was coming. He knew they was coming the moment they raided his crib. Why would they let him sit for a minute? Because they raided the crib and came back for months later. They raided the crib to get evidence. Somebody gave them some sort of evidence that they was able to get signed off to a judge for them to raid his crib.
Yeah, for indictment, yep.
Yo, you know this Diddy story is going in so many different directions. You know, when you really look at it and unpack it, you know, from his children as well, like Justin and what's the other guy's name? Christian. You know, them being kind of implicated in this whole situation where they might be brought up on charges for you know, whatever, doing something in a party or whatever the case may be.
Allegedly girl, something like that. She mentioned
they brought like bringing in girls or something like that, bringing in minors. I think that's they were that's like the thing going around on the internet. You know what I mean? That another angle is another thing I wanted to talk about is who do y'all think are on those tapes?
Everybody.
yeah, the whole pop celebrities. Bro.
Whole industry. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the tapes, right? And this is the funny thing about when they say tapes. They confiscated what 300 tapes or something like that, something more than that. Those tapes are his party tapes. Like, yeah, they didn't say, "Oh, we confiscated tapes of all of this underage sexual misconduct." Right? We gotta look at the wording of how they word this shit. You just confiscated tapes of Diddy throwing parties at his house. He was known for throwing parties at his house for the past 30 years.
He was known for throwing parties, period.
Yeah,
right.
Like, he does.
Like you said, Trev, that's how this all started.
Yeah.
Now, granted,
the way they make it sound like he's running a cult.
He could be. Here's the thing: so many people was at this party. He probably don't know where half these people came from if they was connected to somebody.
And if you got all type of shit. If you got a tape from 2000, 2012, and 98, and you're like, oh shit, that what happened? You know what I'm saying? Bentley's there. You got Loon. Like everybody was.
They probably got some of the feds on there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, politicians. All types of like his type of parties was different than the average club party. Like these are Hollywood celebrity big brand parties. So it's like, all right, yeah, y'all got tapes, but y'all didn't say you got tapes of the freak offs.
But hold on, Clip. Didn't Exhibit said a few years ago he went to a Puff party and they had Chippendales in there, guys with the bow ties with chest naked. They were dancing.
Like, listen.
But was there girls at the party as well, though?
Yeah,
that's something this woman did. He said it was just
a lot of people always negate that. They always say, "Oh, it was all these men there and all this shit." But was there women there too? Because women like eye candy too. So were there women there too? So it's like the narrative
to bring it up
in a certain manner.
And then the funny thing is, I hear people bring it up. Myself as a teenager, I went to a Carl Thomas party. People was there. Celebrities was there. I ain't seen no wild, crazy, over the top shit.
What time you left?
I didn't see that.
I was wondering the same thing. You probably left at a reasonable hour because I remember you saying something to the effect of, if I go to the studio, right? Remember you said this? You said, "Yo, listen, it'll be a 9 to 5 for me. Like I'm gonna get my money. So I could imagine you popping up to these parties and making your appearance and then looking at your watch like around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I can see Clip walking.
I was young when this was going. This was during Carl Thomas' first album, so I was young. That party life was like the thing to do. So I didn't see nothing crazy. I just seen a whole bunch of bad chicks. Cool dudes, celebrities.
But that was CT though. That wasn't Puff. That was CT though. I don't think CT was with none of that nonsense anyway. I think that's why he didn't last long on Bad Boy.
Listen, CT got I'm not gonna put his business out there. But he got an issue too, but and I ain't talking about no disrespect, nothing homosexual. He just got an issue out there, right?
Okay, right.
But CT is a good dude. Right. When I was at that little function or whatever, it was a big house too. It wasn't no small joint. It was a nice pause. It was a nice, nice size house and all that. and it wasn't nothing crazy going down. And we was there for a minute. It wasn't anything crazy going down. Now I don't know what happens. I don't know if these freak. See, we don't know what time of the day. The freak could have been dead early in the morning. They might not even been at night. We don't know what time these freak could have been, according to them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, according to what I'm seeing is that the freak offs the last days. So you might have just came in, started. It's just a warm up, and then you left, and then the freak off started.
Because all looks aside, because this is what I'm thinking in my mind. I think like once like 3:45 a.m. hits, you hear that I Need a Girl instrumental playing in the background. The first one.
Yo, but you know what we're not talking about? What the fuck are you doing with 1,000 bottles of fucking baby oil and lube, dog?
I think
Yo,
wrestling.
listen,
You know
that's
how
what
they
the
do what?
And
You know how
they
they do-
said he had IVs. He said he had a room for IVs.
IVs, like-
Oh my god!
This nigga wild.
Now I've seen footage of the yacht parties that Puff was throwing. You know what I'm saying? And then right before everybody got on the yacht, you got to put your phone in the box. Whoop.
Yeah.
All of that got to go down because what we doing on this yacht can't be talked. Honestly,
stays in Rome, baby.
listen, I'm not even mad at him for that, right? Because at the end of the day, if we wildin', and we all adults knowing we about to be on it, because we're not gonna act like all these adults was just on there and Puff was just orchestrating this and that. Like, nah, everybody that was in these little freak offs was with it. They knew what it was.
Because he can't be in every room, yo.
Yeah.
Like that's such a good point. Because that's like saying he's in every room, like he's omnipotent, like he's omnipotent daddy now. Like, what are we talking about? Like he's just everywhere now.
Yo,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm talking out about the oil and the lube, because like oil and lube is everywhere. You slipping
He probably had 50 bottles in each room.
He probably was having fights.
They found 1,000 bottles.
Yeah, they probably you know how they do.
How many rooms was it? He probably had 100 bottles in each room. We don't know.
Hold on, Cliff.
He probably got a deal. He probably got a deal.
In a bathtub.
The price of 1,000 bottles, bro.
He probably had a small swimming pool filled with baby oil to let the woman wrestle in there.
Not jokes, but what I'm saying
I'm being serious. He probably had them wrestling in the baby oil.
We got to talk about the size of this man's crib, right? Like these parties and the huge party and how many rooms is in these cribs, and if these type of parties is going for days. Him ordering 1,000 bottles of baby oil, to me, it really ain't that surprising if you constantly throwing these type of parties.
That's a fact.
Yeah, let me ask you something.
You don't want to keep going to the store for baby oil and lube. How many times you want that Amazon delivery at your door? Like, come on, bro.
He probably just left over there. Like, he probably ordered one big pallet of it, and that was it.
Have you ever watched The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, that's basically what that was.
Exactly. Do you remember when
we partied for my birthday before? You came to my party.
You guys want to hear this? You hear this?
You ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
You heard that?
Wall Street.
I did.
Yeah.
You missed me though, for real, because it seems like a thing.
I
It's
miss
his
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
man. But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, look how shout out to Fat. That's Brooklyn all day, but
Hey,
that's not a good question.
Handled that like a gangster.
Yo, we
Yeah,
just
he's like,
I swear to God, Kiss was over there looking so uncomfortable. Kiss was like, oh my God, here Puff go with this nonsense. Like, you could just see it in his face. He like, y'all hope he don't expose himself like this today. Like, hey man, you did to yourself.
Kiss had the hoodie on.
Yeah.
I tell him no.
Hat low.
Can you imagine that? Like, look, guys, we all brothers on here, right? Can you imagine one day, like, yo, I want to party with you, yo. Nah, why you want to party with me? Like, you know,
Why you
what you talking about, bro?
It's gonna be one less person on the podcast after that.
Listen,
can you imagine how crazy that? Yo,
listen, here's my thing. All right, we get it. Puff gay. Cool, whatever. That's how he do. Bisexual, gay, whatever. He a freak. Some dudes are like that, right? Some people out here, that's how they like to give it up. I'm not partaking in that, but hey, that's not a crime. It's funny, but that's not a crime.
Right.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point.
Like,
you got to
everybody like see that, and that's the thing about this whole situation. Like, all right, cool. Diddy's a homosexual. He did all this, whatever. He's a freak. Where's the like the media keeps talking about the freak offs, but they only keep talking about him being gay. Where's the crime? When y'all gonna get to the crime?
Your crime is black and successful.
And I mean, the internet is about jokes, and I get that, but the man is on trial for his life, and we keep hearing about
baby oil
and shit like that. I don't care about that after a while. Like,
right, and it's very insulting to the public, isn't it? Isn't that insulting to us as a
it's
society?
intelligence.
Yeah, it is, because you think you could just tell me about a party and then I'm just going to jump on your side like that. You're going to mention other things, right? But you're not going to talk to me about those other things. You want to talk to me about and then here's the other thing. You want to talk to me about sex workers, right?
Flying sex workers
and all of that. Yeah. Listen, it's such a big dip. We all know it's people who sell sex for money. It's people who sell company for money. We know
everybody selling sex for money.
But what I'm trying to say is my point is this, like, I think there's a difference between prostitutes and sex workers. Like, I think there's a difference, right? I think prostitutes on corners and prostitutes who have like private clients, they down and out. Like, you dig, like they don't know another way to like get up or get this money. They're in a mode of desperation, right? But if you are a sex worker, you have an employee, like you're employed, like this is your real job. Like this is like your real job, and you know for a fact people is into all type of closeted things, and that's why they bring people, because they know they can't get regular people to go with it. So if a sex worker ends up in a situation that's deemed any kind of dangerous to the norm of the society, that's what they signed up for.
Yo, I'm gonna just tell you, because I like to keep it a buck. What's on my mind, I ain't gonna lie, this is just sidebar. Aside from all those 1,000 bottles, right? They found 1,000 bottles. 1,000 bottles. They found lube. You know what they didn't mention?
What?
Where's the condoms?
That's true.
What you thought? You know that was going down.
What you mean?
ODB.
They wildin'. That's why it's called the freak offs.
Yeah, ODB. Like it raw.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Straight sour pickle, baby.
Easy, bro.
They pickling everywhere.
Crazy,
outside of the puff situation, just think about when you look at the media and look at Hollywood. Pay attention. They all dating the same people.
Yes.
They'll be in a relationship, they'll break up, then they'll be with another celebrity. It's all one little circle of people of dating the same circle of people, the Hollywood circle. This is what they do. They've been freaking off. This is what they do. They
sharing the STDs.
They might have smashed a long time ago at one of these freako parties, but she was with. They all swingers. We've heard about the swingers from Will Smith. We heard about it by Jada Pinkett. We heard about it from you know what I'm saying. We heard these rumors of all these people being swingers. Why are we surprised that Puff is throwing the biggest swinger party?
I'm not surprised at all.
And them saying, yo, he bought 1,000. We found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his crib. That's not a crime.
Nah, none of that is a crime.
It's not a crime.
What about the drugs? They're talking about trafficking drugs and trafficking human beings. That's what they're trying to get them on.
He probably has people coming there with the white or the pink, and that they get right and they start smashing. That's the same thing as us going to the club.
Do you hear that? Yo, I never even heard of some of it now. You know, being around the block a couple times or whatever, like drugs and all that. I know a little bit about it. Yo, this shit that they talking about, bro, I never even heard of it. Like, yeah, like mixing this with that, with this, with that. Like,
but here's the thing: what's the difference between us going to the club and getting chicks drunk, taking them back to the spot, and having a one night stand?
That's what I'm saying. It's a celebrity status. But to me,
what's the difference?
If everyone was a consenting adult, it shouldn't be no problem. The only concern,
people who weren't.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Hold on. You don't go to the gambling spot and don't gamble. Knock it off. If you went, you know, if you went more than once, I'm not trying to hear nothing. If you went more than once, if you went once and said, nah, this ain't for me, geez. Okay. But if Pad, what up, bro? Z, what up, Pad? That's my guys right there. That's my Clip. That's another dope producer right there. My man J Pad. That's another dope producer, yo. But yeah. But he just threw my train of thought off. Cool. I know you got something to say.
Let me say, Puff, it's over for Puff. I'm gonna be honest.
I like that, yo. It's over.
Yo,
Oh God, bro.
When you think about it, when you reaching 60, right? Anytime they give you now is detrimental to you.
Yeah.
You don't have
almost 60?
Yeah, he's 55 or something like that. 54, 55.
Something like that. Him and Hov is like back, right? Any type of time right now is detrimental to your health. Okay, outside of you doing all the partying, you probably messing up your body. You probably had the best doctors and on call for the IVs and just because you was doing the freak off. Anytime he's gonna do right now is detrimental to him.
He probably detoxing right now in jail.
Huh?
His body probably detoxing right now in jail.
Exactly, because he's been running for so long. He been in jail for a week. If he's not the workout type, he ain't used to none of that. He locked down 23 hours a day.
No, he worked out. He was an entertainer. He had to work out.
Yeah, he gonna work out, but that's gotta be hell for somebody.
Yeah.
Remember Diddy was doing Diddy was doing them New York City mile runs and all of that. He was working out.
But he only did that
once.
Yeah,
he is on suicide watch. He is on suicide
watch. Hold on, but they always put celebrities. They always put major celebrities on suicide watch. They do that for every case they do that for. So that's not like they trying to make it. See, this is what the media does. They do that all the time. They try to tarnish your image before you go to trial and have everybody looking at you like you crazy. Like everybody goes on suicide watch when you're a high profile celebrity on that. They put you on there to protect you from all this other shit that could happen in the jail. And they putting them in PC. So whatever.
Everybody with a PC.
Listen, 23-1 for somebody who, what you said, Fever, he was going to school and grinding, so he had to go back and forth state to state. That's what you say? Right?
Yeah, earlier. Yeah, Clip said that earlier. Puff was just working. When he was an intern.
So 23-1 for somebody who has so much ambition that he had to run state to state and not sleep, because you can't sleep if you got to go to school and go to work and travel. Like, you're not getting decent sleep. Like, so somebody doing 23-1 at 50 something years, that's hellish. Like, that's a whole different type of mind state to be trapped in right there, man.
I have a question.
How you go from doing all of that, running around, and then now you in jail? Like,
right.
Here's my thing. We could say the media will tarnish you, and I get that. We know how the media play, how America plays. You know what I'm saying? But this also means that we gotta know how to maneuver out here too, as well. We gotta
stop
be
thinking we can do it. That's the whole thing I've been saying from Jump Street. Yo, get your money, but stop thinking we can do exactly what they do, because we can't.
Exactly.
You gotta move smart.
But I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think it's that, man. I don't think that's a black white thing, yo. I'm pretty sure it's not a black white thing, yo. I think that's a who's on top and that's a pyramid thing, bro. Like, he just ain't have the see. Like, here's the kicker, right? We know he got the film and all of that, right? So what if somebody was just like, yo, I want that film? What if somebody and Puff was like, nah, and then this is what he has to deal with because he ain't give that up. Like we gotta remember, yo, like, all people are people, and people deal with petty feelings sometimes. And when you got a lot of power, pettiness is just like your will at the end of the day, right? Pettiness can become your will at the end of the day. Like, yo, let me get that tape. I'm not too proud of myself for being on that. Like, nah, well then, like, well, no, I'll send some people to come get it.
But you guys,
I send some people to come get it.
Yeah, but Puff ain't the only person with power, and that's what he got to realize. he realizing that now that he's not he has power, he has money, but there's other people that have more money and more power and more connection, and that's why he's 23-1 right now on suicide watch. And like I said, the time that he's going to get right now is detrimental to his health. He's going to miss out on his new baby that was born.
You got a new baby?
I mean, the youngest one,
like 3 years old, I think, right?
right?
Yeah.
He missed out on all that. Puff would, remember Puff
He gonna
was.
snitch.
I don't think he's gonna snitch, but
Right.
I'm just.
But who is he going to snitch on though?
Whoever
the
he
next
needs
time
to.
you see Puff,
Yo, you know how many people he knows? So he knows somebody that they. Yo, you know what's the funniest thing? Somebody, yo, this is the funniest thing. Just on some. Yo, 50 Cent is a genius, yo. Yo, 50 Cent is a genius. Oh my God, bro. Hey, yo, so we know 50 wrote Let's Get It, right?
Yeah.
50 wrote Puss versus Let's Get It, right?
he wrote D by D to I to D to D. He wrote that too.
Oh,
Yeah,
word?
he wrote a lot. He wrote a lot. He wrote a lot of music. He wrote a lot of music. Puffy got, 50 got his first writer's check from Puff, the little 80,000. He got his first writer's check from Puff. But he made Puff say, you send the feds and remember the DA to come get me. Yeah. He like 50 made him say that. Yeah, if you Casper to leave me for dead, you coming with me. Like 50 made him say that years ago. 50 made him say that in the early 2000s when Bad Boy was revamping up again after the Shine incident, right? And now, look, it's right in your face. 50 made him admit the truth early in our lives, and we just didn't know what it was pertaining to or what it was coming to a head about. But now we see, yo. Shout outs to 50 for seeing the future. He might write for The Simpsons.
What happened if Puffy beats this case?
I'm pretty
He's
sure
the man. What? He's gonna be talking cash shit. What?
Oh, and those parties are gonna get crazier.
No, it ain't gonna be.
You thought it was 1,000 bottles? I got containers. Containers.
Listen, image is funny, but if he beat this, all he got, you know what he going to do to revamp his career? All he going to do is go to God.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Brother Love.
Yeah.
Brother Love. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to clear all that shit up.
Brother Love is gonna come back. If that happens, Brother Love gonna come back. Brother Love gonna open a church and a school. Watch, bro. Brother Love gonna. But that's if this happens, and like we keep saying, right? Until y'all start talking about them serious things, man. I'm just not gonna go for the okie doke. You're not gonna just tell me about freak offs, and I'm not gonna go for the okie doke. I'm sorry. I'm not going. I think there's so much more about scaring so many other people that because you're not talking about listen. Even if you brought the guns up, right? Check this out. When T.I. when they wrapped up T.I. about all them guns, that's all you heard about, right? Guns and silences, guns and silences.
Yeah,
the same thing with Nelly. He got 1 year, right? Yo, the same thing with Nelly. You remember when they was talking about Nelly got caught with all those guns and drugs in the trunk, guns and drugs in the trunk. All right, but you just now telling me he got caught with ARs with the serial number scraped off of them, but y'all not making that a big deal. I'm pretty sure most people are not aware of the gun laws in Miami. They not aware of that. They gonna hear ARs, they gonna hear serial numbers scraped off, and they gonna go into a panic, especially with all these school shootings and all of that. People gonna go into a panic, right? And that would have automatically made Puffy a monster, right? Like they did to every other hip hop dude. But why y'all not taking that angle? Why y'all got the mystique out? Oh, it's the freak off party. He could have been doing that by himself. He got a whole 5 inches wrapped up in one.
You got a whole staff of people. You don't know who called. You don't know who brought these people in.
Yeah. Right. And the thing is, America does that to you too.
A lot of people that's involved, right? Once you say party, there's a lot of people involved. It's a lot of names that just like Pat was saying, the news is a gang, right? So say like it's a bunch of other people that they just want to get out the way. All they gotta do is throw them in this real quick. Oh, your name was on the list for the party, and now the whole America is like, oh, you was at the party. Like, what are we talking about? So what, yo?
It's a party.
party.
Yeah.
It's a party. Talk
If
to me about.
if I go to a party in Colonial, and just because I'm cool with Ron and some wild shit happened, that don't mean I was there when the wild shit started happening. Just
That's
because
Grant taking a shot.
Right.
Let me say this.
You know,
and when I say wild, I don't mean sexual. I'm just talking about just wild.
I know that.
Yo,
I say you taking a
talk to me
shot.
about them guns. You say he drug trafficking. Talk to me about the keys. Tell me where he distributing. Make this story.
People just
Talk
bringing in
to me.
drugs. People bring drugs
People
to parties.
yo,
You understand? That's what people do. Now, if you got a check this out, right? If you got this is crazy. So you got a mansion, and let's say your joint is rocking, right? It's a bunch of people in this joint, and you got a bunch of people that bump. After a minute, you might have a key, maybe a key and a half in your mansion, just off the people who brought their own party favors. This is real talk, though. This is real talk.
If we talk about
the mansion in the bathroom,
it's the mansion on Star Island. You know, first off, you know how exclusive you got to be to even get over there.
exactly.
Right. You ain't gonna just walk over there. Hey guys,
Right.
show your ID.
But let me say this:
the
next time we see Puff is going to look. We're not even going to recognize him because he's going to have all that Beijing all out his face. He's going to be gray haired down because outside Puff is able to get $1,000 haircut with all the tricks and all that
down to the nine.
Yeah,
we're going to see him with the Santa Claus.
Exactly. And it's going to be gray and black. It's you're going to look like
might be all gray with the stress that he going through.
He going to look like Sean Combs.
Introduce you to Sean Combs.
No more love, no more Puff. Welcome Sean Combs. We're going to be introduced to Sean Combs at his next mugshot hearing. Watch what happens.
That's true. Harvey Weinstein, like Oprah. I don't see Oprah doing a documentary. The same thing I used to say back then. Like, how you do a documentary on Bill Cosby, but you don't do nothing on Harvey Weinstein.
They did something
about Bill Cosby. A lot of them women said they met him at Hugh Hefner party, the Playboy Mansion.
Right.
The Playboy Mansion.
What was you doing there in the first place? Like, we know why you was there.
Yeah, we know why you here. We pop pills and sip liquor and get right, and we bone. What are we talking about?
And eat pudding.
What are we talking? And here's the crazy part, right? This is the problem. This is right. Put it in the pudding. This is the problem with comparing time eras. This is the problem. You can't do that. You can't compare the eras because if you didn't understand the time period, you can't now say, "Oh, all that is wrong," and you don't understand the time period. That's
the
you
norm.
Don't get it. Yeah, that was the norm. You wasn't there. You don't understand that. And it was so easy for them to do that, right? Because they waited so many generations before they did that. They wait, look, we grown. Like we grown. Like we are grown men. Like they waited until like our kids, like because a bunch of us had kids early, so they waited for our kids and then they bombarded them. They hit them with a whole bunch of different. Because remember, it used to be a statute. What it was a statute of limitation on certain charges, right? All of a sudden, when this Bill Cosby thing came up, all them statutes were lifted. Amazingly.
I wanted to add on to that too, Shawnee.
What's that?
How America destroys a black male that's a threat, that's inciting the minds to think further. They go after your sexuality. They demonize.
Not even that. Not even that.
Masculinity.
Andy Griffin said it best. You can't name one black celebrity whose image has not been tarnished at least one time in America.
Yeah.
I don't think I can name too many celebrities whose image hasn't been tarnished one time in America, though. I can't name too many, to be honest with you.
A lot.
I'm gonna just be real about that. Like that comes with being in front of people. People go tear you down. I honestly think I don't think that the Bill Cosby thing was that. I think that the Bill Cosby thing was trying to buy NBC. That's what I think. Getting a little bit too big for your britches. And I think that would have happened. That would have happened to anybody who tried it. And that's just what I feel. And because you were so public and you were so outright about it, and you honestly spoke about it, like you made that a topic. You was telling the world you was coming for NBC. And NBC told you no in front of the whole world, and then made an example out of you for anybody who thought they was gonna do that after you.
And that's why Hove got to be careful, because if you're trying to buy this casino downtown, open up, you're trying to get a casino down in Times Square, you got a whole bunch of other bidders out here, and you might piss the wrong person off, homeboy.
No, but see, you gotta look at Hove. Like, look at Hove's personality. If Hove wasn't married and doing what Puff was doing, at least Hove has the look of a businessman, and he has the backing of Beyonce to say, "This is my husband." Puff ain't got that. Puff got a tape of him beating on Cassie, who was
got beat on though. I stand by that. Nobody. Where was this outrage when Hove was getting beat on in the elevator? I don't want to hear this no more.
Why do you care? He's gonna stand on that
when the tables is turned, we don't have that same energy. A physical assault is physical assault. Where is that same energy when a woman is putting her hands on a man?
No, down with Solange.
You got
down with Solange.
Like this. Puff's image is all
cancel her.
Flamboyant, party, millionaire. I got money. Hove is already, he passed that. Now he's into family man, businessman,
painting,
husband. You know what I'm saying? Puff ain't got that.
Was that, and they tore him down.
Nah, they ain't. They gonna tear him down like they gonna tear Puff down.
No, not. But they tore Bill down the same way Puff is getting all this treatment. We kept seeing how many times we saw the pill popping memes and all of this other stuff for Bill. They was tearing him up.
Yeah, but Bill had like 50. It was 50 like white chicks coming at him.
Ugly ones at that too, bro. Yeah, he was wilding, Bill.
Okay, outside of Cassie,
was out there bugging.
Outside,
they look like wet mops, bro.
Outside of Cassie, bro. Where are the black women that's like really ripping Puff up? Yeah. Like as far as saying he did something to them. Where's the strong case of like real black women?
But how about but Clip? How about that dude in jail that won that lawsuit against Puff?
Got overturned. They got overturned.
They reversed.
So damn! I know he's
Today a chick put a lawsuit out on Puff talking about him and his security raped her in 2001. This security? Was.
Let me tell you something. If I was Puff, I would blame everything on Wolf at this point. If they saying my security,
no.
Like this, you might get off with that.
Blame the dead man.
Yeah. Everybody else is doing right now.
She didn't name Wolf. She named somebody else.
Shit, I blame Wolf. That's it. Now you know him.
I gotta see what my man Gene, because Gene might know something. So I gotta see what my man Gene know.
Nah,
Gene Deal.
Yeah.
Everything on Wolf. They ain't. Well, that's not his government name. Well, he told you his name was this, but his name is really such and such. His Wolf. That's my man. That's the bodyguard I had in 2001. His name is Wolf. He's dead now. Next. Well, he raped too. That was Wolf. He goes.
Are you tarnishing dead man image like that?
He's gone.
He said that was Wolf.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I'm out of here. Wolf.
You better go to that grave site and drop some flowers, man. You better go.
They said they would kill my mother. Who is dead? Him. Kareem Akbar, the educated
brother from the bank. Yo, New Jack City, yo.
Wolf was like
Miss Hawkins. I know how it goes, Miss Hawkins.
I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I'm from Mount Vernon. Blame Wolf.
From Mount Vernon.
I drop the pen so fast and write WOLF on every.
That was a good one.
Yo, man, that was popping, man. That was a great episode right there. We went in on Diddy pause. Yo, we're back. we're back tomorrow. Sharif. We got the God Supreme Ruler tomorrow. Also, right after Sharif. Thursday. I forgot who we got Thursday. But we're back Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Last week I was sick. Pardon me, y'all.
I was sick.
Man,
Everyone was sick, man.
good to see you, brother. Say it again.
So that fall weather got us sick for a minute. Coming in this off and on weather, dude.
Yeah, that train hit hard out here. I ain't gonna lie. That was a smack in the face real quick, yo.
It's about to hit pause.
Yo, Cliff, this track is crazy.
Give it to Bad Boy, man.
Dice shakers.
He said, "Give it to Bad Boy."
Take that. Take that. We're back. Got Clip in the building with us. Clip. Fresh out. Brother Love.
Yo, you could do his gospel joint, bro. You can start working on it.
Oh, Jesus, thank you, God, for getting me through this. I'm sorry, Cassie. I'm sorry to all the people I hurt. You know how Puff.
Yeah. Oh, that's how Puff is doing.
Give back. That's what. Give back.
Yo, Puff gonna drop a gospel album in jail. What?
Yo, shout out to Dame Dash. Stop making fun of Dame Dash, man. So what? His teeth fell out, man.
You see my man with the pause button? You see he got the pause button there? They're gonna say if I was in a Puff party, I'm gonna walk around like pause.
Yo, fellas, it was good catching up with y'all.
Yo, good catching up with y'all. See y'all next week.
Peace.